There are predators called bad bloods, and those are predators that are kind of non-honorable and have kind of been extradited from the rest of them. So I would think maybe one of them shows up there, and then you have a predator v predator thing. If you manage to kill him, you get his cloak.
PvP.
Yeah, PvP.
Could be a little
dude.
PvP, could be story bit, anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Content Mill, the show where four creators finally back, all four of us from four corners of the internet, all get together to talk about what we are playing and what we are making. You. Welcome to the Content Mill. With me are my back in full effect, my sweet baby boys, all three of them. Starting with Nate, Heroic Headgear. How the hell are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. I haven't been this excited for an episode yet, and I'm ready to get into it.
Small T. We'll talk about that here in a second. Phil, one half of 70% complete. How the heck are you today, Phil?
I am doing all right. I am feeling the East Coast daylight savings time today, but I am energized and ready to talk about our topic today.
Awesome. Well, it's still sunny here for me, so you know I'm ready to go. Sorry, Phil. I know you're a little sleepy boy, And then finally, he's out of the neck brace. Eric, Mr. The Human Blaze. He's healed. He's back.
I made it out of the ceiling. Yeah, I was doing some electrical work up there while it got some work done. It was nice.
Yeah.
Got some new lights strung up and everything. So it worked out.
So how were you saved? Was it like really violently just yanking you out, or was there like lube?
Well, I actually went up.
Oh, he went up,
and then I went back down out of the attic. Yeah,
big
that
brain.
was that way, because it's like when an arrow goes into somebody, you don't pull it out, you push it through.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that way I didn't get like jagged pieces of wood in my neck when I came out. Yeah, it was pretty good. I barely missed the ceiling fan too. That shit was on, and so I like went through it. I thread the needle and then like it was pretty good. It helped because I could pull up on the ceiling fan. Yeah,
it's tricky though. I mean, as the second tallest member of the show. Like it's pretty tough,
right? Yeah. I can imagine. He Uno reversed the reverse Home Alone is what he did. Yeah, exactly. And then he got some cotton candy up there while he was up there.
Some asbestos, no big deal. Yummy.
Well, welcome back, Eric. It's a pleasure to have you back within our graces. All four of the boys. The boys are back in town. Today we have a very special episode brought to you by the one and only Heroic Headgear. Nate, I don't want to give away too much just yet, but we have a very exciting episode planned for you today. First, I do want to jump into our run of the mill. We're going to keep it pretty brief today. I'm going to pass it back over to Eric because a lot of stuff going down in the corner of the internet Discord. Yeah. And as our resident leader of the corner of the internet, Eric, I know you have some very fun game of the year plans for your own podcast and your own channel, but also the corner of the internet as a whole. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So this Saturday, this time recording, it's December 2nd. This Saturday, December 6th. If you're listening to this before then, you have until December 5th to submit your choice for game of the year. Your choice for games of the other year, which is basically a game that came out at a different time, not 2025, but you played it for the first time this year. And then any honorable mentions as well. There is a survey in the Discord that's in the announcements. It's also in some game of the year threads as well. If you need any of those, just tag me and I can get them to you as well. So those will be read out on the recording that's going to probably go live around mid-December because it's going to be like a monstrous episode of 4 hours with me, Phil, Chris from the Nerdlies, and Cognitive Clips from Drop In, Drop Out and his own YouTube show, Cognitive Clips. We're going to be going over our top 5 games, our honorable mentions, and our games of the other years, and we want to hear your guys' voice as well. And then for my other show that was alluded to, Short Game Long Talk, we do our game of the year, which pits all the games we played for the show against one another. So you get a choice, and Phil is shaking his head right now because it is an absolute brutal bloodbath of choices. And I made that abundantly clear when I said I'm going to pick only games that won awards this year, aside from a few that we were graced with for like codes and things like that. But if you go, you get to pick from the 13 and then also get to tell us why. Those will also be read out on the episode. That you have until December 9th because we record those at night. And so you have right up until the time of recording, which should be around like 5 o'clock MST. So yeah, it's really fun. I have some special surprises for the short game, long talk game of the year episode. So that'll be fun. And yeah, maybe this will be finally the year where we pit our former winners against each other. Because first year was What Remains of Edith Finch. Second year was Doki Doki Literature Club. This is our third year. And based off of the votes I've got so far, it is very widespread on what people think. And it's important. Last year, literally, the deciding factor for what was short game, long talk game of the year was fan vote, because we could not decide between what I wanted and what Jess wanted. So our own like second and third place games that on our personal list ended up being our game of the year because of fan vote. So it's important. It does make a difference.
I voted already. My stickers are in the mail, so make sure you go and vote. I'm going to wear my I voted stickers on both sides.
Yeah.
I did
Short
my
game,
part.
long time.
Yeah, I did
exactly.
my part. Yes.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, make sure you get on over to the Discord. At the time that this is releasing, you've got a couple days left to vote on the corner of the internet game of the year, and I want to say like 5 or 6 days. You said the 9th, right, Eric, for short game, long talk?
From this time, and then like 5 or 6 days from the release time of this episode. And that one is literally just pick from 13 and tell us why. It's very simple. You don't need to give us like a paragraph or anything. The game of the year for the Cody Goaty, that one, you get some more room to think, and like a lot of rambling has happened in answers so far because people are like, I don't know, there was too many good games that came out this year, and I totally get it. Like, it's tough.
Yeah, so we will leave, as always, the link for the Discord is right down below. So make sure if you don't already, join the Discord. If you are in there, there's some very easy to find subthreads in there for you to vote.
Yep.
Eric, thank you again for running the show on that regard.
Of course.
So, guys, we have a very special topic today. Let me preface this by saying Nate, Heroic Headgear, came to us a few weeks ago. This is a little inside baseball for the fans, the millions and billions of fans out there. Nate came to us a few weeks back and said, you guys heard of this Predator franchise? I don't know if you heard of this thing. It's pretty cool. And I have never been the Predator guy, but I was like, you know what, Nate, I see the glimmer in your eyes when you talk about these Predator guys. Okay. These little teeny tiny Predator guys. They're these little teensy Predator dudes. I said, you know what? I'm totally down to do an episode about Predator. So, Nate, you have some very, very fun stuff planned for us today. We're going to be diving into Nate's perfect Predator video game. Now, there have been some Predator video games that have hit the market, some very well received, some not so well received.
Yeah.
So that's
why
that
we just can forget that.
We have to learn from history, Nate. We have to learn.
So Nate is going to be building brick by brick the world's best Predator video game, the quadruple A blockbuster Predator game that will definitely not get studios closed. Please don't lay off anyone because of Nate's Predator title. Okay, so let's make sure all the studio stays open that you're building.
No
over
pressure.
Here, okay,
Yeah,
pressure,
no.
okay?
Quadruple
Make sure-
A is your words.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I don't know, man. You said there are five A's in there, dude. Quintuple A, dude. So before I pass it over to Nate, what I wanted to do was I wanted to go around the horn and kind of get a gauge on what our history with the franchise is, and whether that be with the movies, the games, any of the comic books, any of the media that is included in the Predator franchise. But I will start with Nate, because you are kind of the one that brought this idea to our attention. Tell us about your history with the Predator franchise, what makes you love it so much, and high level overview.
So it goes back to, honestly, it's going to sound weird, but it's my love of Star Wars. And as I little kid, I'd only seen the first Predator like partly through because we were at like a motel or something. It was on the TV. I was like, what a cool alien hunter guy. And to me, I was like, because I'm so into Star Wars, he kind of looks like he could fit. So getting the action figures and stuff over time, I always did these things in my head of like being a kid and all the toys in the toy box, and he was always in there. It wasn't until more and more came out and I started experiencing more that I'm like, oh no, this world by itself and the actual like lore of the Predators really vibed with me. So I've been into it probably since I was too young. Definitely too young. Probably
Should
7,
not have
8.
been watching these movies.
Yeah, no. There are some scenes from like Predator 2 that I saw way too early in life and have stuck with me.
Yep.
And yeah, since then I've been a huge fan. I've kept up with it. I am not like the biggest comic guy, but I've picked up multiple Predator comics. I've done those late night up till 3 a.m. watching YouTube videos on lore kind of stuff. And
The Yautja.
yeah.
The Yautja.
this is one of those franchises that's stuck with me for a very long time.
Awesome. Phil, what about you? What's your history with the franchise? I know when we were first kind of entertaining this idea and I had no clue what I was getting myself into, you were like, this is the bro franchise of the century. You got to check this out. So tell me what your history is with Predator.
Honestly, my experience with Predator might be the least of all of us at this point. I might be tied with Eric. I've seen the first movie, and as of 8 a.m. this morning, I have seen Killer of Killers, the Hulu animated movie. But it is like the bro film of all bro films for me, the first one, because it was like in the middle of like high school, I think, when I saw that, and it was the Arnold Renaissance for us. So like that is just like one of many of his movies that I got super into with the boys. But Predator has a sweet spot in my heart, and I love the dumb trivia about that movie, about like the workout competitions and everything.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. I
And
love
the
that.
original costume and the stuff that could have been that thank God it wasn't.
Yeah.
Or the
Van
fact that
Damme was in it.
two future governors of the United States of America.
Isn't that wild?
in that fucking movie.
Yeah. Yes.
That's where they're sourcing them. They're sourcing them from the Predator movies, dude.
That would explain so much.
Dan Trachtenberg run for president?
Run for president. Eric, what about you? What's your history with the franchise?
My history is actually, if that's what Phil's is, mine is like more substantial than that. I saw we were talking off mic. My father fulfilled his duties and watched the movie with me growing up. Unlike Gianni, who apparently his father failed him. But no, I watched the original with my dad, and it was like a very cool movie. But I actually, the first time I'd seen a Predator movie, I was aware of Predator. I was aware of Alien. I'm more of an Alien franchise guy myself. I'm a big Xenomorph fan.
Totally fair.
Same.
And I saw Alien versus Predator in theaters. It was like one of the first like PG-13 movies I saw. And I was like, yo, this movie, like, if you do not take that movie seriously, that movie rips. It is incredible. It was the first time I've ever heard the phrase "enemy of my enemy is my friend," and that shit has stuck with me from that movie specifically. And it has some really dope stuff. The second one is terrible. It's awful. I've seen that. I played the fuck out of the 2000. What was it? I looked it up. 2003 PlayStation 2 Alien versus Predator Extinction real-time strategy game. So much so that I wrote a elementary school essay about it, involving me and my best friend.
Does that exist? Can we find that?
No way that exists. That was handwritten on paper, baby. I've seen Predator 2. I've seen Prey. I've seen Predators, but I have not seen the newer stuff aside from Prey, and I did not see what the fuck was the one with Keegan-Michael Key that took
that's
like
okay.
the reboot.
Is that a
reboot or is that a reboot or is it
none of them are
canonical
technically
sequel?
reboots. None of them are technically
It's a sequel. It's just bad.
Yeah. The only one that I think is a direct sequel is Predator 2, because I think there's some stuff that's referenced in it. But like they'll throw in like, oh yeah, there was this guy in the jungle that like somehow beat him with mud or whatever. Like they'll throw in shit like that.
Very light threads
yeah.
between them. Yeah.
And then talking about good to okay Predator games, I played in 2005 on the PlayStation 2, played Predator Concrete Jungle, which is a pretty sick game.
Good.
Basically, like if you ever play like Hulk Ultimate Destruction or anything,
I was
like
going
that,
to
it's very similar.
Very good analog. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm aware of, if I ever pop into like a Reddit thread where people are talking about xenomorphs or predators and a wiki link gets posted, I'll read a bunch of stuff. So I have a base knowledge and like vague memories of things. Like Nate's going to say some stuff and like, it'll be like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that like years ago, probably.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen tonight is I'm going to be like, oh yes. But yeah, I like the Predator franchise for sure. But I'm definitely more on the alien side of things. Would I rather the Predators win? Yes. Xenomorphs are terrifying and should all be extinguished from existence if they actually exist. No. But yeah, that's my experience with Predator.
Yeah, I alluded earlier. I came into this having not seen a single Predator movie, and it was one of those things, as Eric so nicely mentioned. Growing up with my father, my dad, he's an entertainer, so I grew up in a house where we watched a ton of movies. I want to say I was put onto 90% of the essentials growing up, but there was just things that slipped through the cracks, and the Predator franchise was one of those ones. So I had never seen a Predator movie until 2 weeks ago. I was coming when we had this
wild.
Yeah. So when we had this idea stewing, when Nate proposed this, I was like, well, I'm going to do the homework. So I was coming back for anybody who's been watching the show, I just came back from a trip to Europe, and on the plane home, I downloaded the original Predator.
That's a perfect movie for playing. That's incredible.
Yeah. And I had a row to myself, so I didn't feel like awkward with all the Gatling guns and like just absolute
most American shit of all time.
jacked men,
manly men.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I watched it and I was like, it's good. It's clearly a movie of its time, from the 80s. There's some stuff that doesn't necessarily hold up in 2025.
Ages like milk. Script is not fantastic.
Yeah. So it was a good time. When I got back to the United States, Eric had mentioned, you got to watch Prey. Because I was like, I could go Predator 2. I could go so many different. I've never seen any of them, but I was like, I do like Alien. I've never seen the AVP films. I don't know if there's more than one, but
watch the first one. It's fun.
I'll probably check it out. So I sat down on a Saturday and I watched Prey, and that was when I was like, because I remember I messaged Nate and I was like, am I missing something? I don't know why the Predator was doing what he was doing in this original movie. I don't know why he was there. I don't know what the purpose of any of this was, other than to kind of show that Arnold Schwarzenegger's cool as shit at the time.
That's it.
Yeah. So, but Prey solved all those problems. Prey really was like, it drip feeds you a little bit of purpose to the franchise, and I absolutely fell in love with it. That same day or the next day, the reason that this kind of came about is because Predator Badlands, it's in theaters right now. You should definitely go check it out, because that day or the next day, I immediately booked tickets to go watch Predator Badlands. And same thing, I was messaging Nate. I'm like, yo, I got to watch all the lore videos. This is crazy. It drip feeds you this lore in a way that totally makes everything make sense. Fast forward again, without giving anything away, I watched Predator Killer of Killers last night on Hulu, which came out a little bit before Badlands. And I don't want to spoil it, Eric, because I know you have plans to watch it. We're going to keep today's episode, for the most part, like spoiler-ish. We're going to try to avoid diving into specifics, but Killer of Killers dropped some absolutely insane, like, lore implications to the entire Predator franchise. I absolutely adore everything about this franchise now, thanks to this episode. So that is my history.
So proud.
All in 14 days. It's all taking place in a span of 14 days. Yeah,
I mean,
it is great.
You jumped onto the team pretty at a perfect time because, boy, there was a drought for a while.
Yeah.
It was a rough decade.
And the fact
Yeah.
that Prey was 2022, and then you had Killer of Killers and Badlands this year is pretty wild.
Yeah.
And then like
and-
it was basically the Predators, or Predators in 2010. Like that was pretty good, and then we got like nothing good until Prey. So you're jumping in at the right time.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back and watch like all the, less beloved ones just to kind of get but if these 4 films were the only ones I watched, I'm like, this is a masterpiece sci-fi action. Not maybe not necessarily from like, does it explore some, which I think it does explore some, especially when you get to these most recent 2-3 films, you start exploring some pretty interesting themes. But just from if we're just putting those 4 films under a microscope, I'm like, this franchise is great. I absolutely adore it. I absolutely adore it. So that being said, I'm gonna pass it to the torchbearer, Nate.
The torchbearer.
We're gonna let you run. You're gonna have the reins for this episode. You're running the show. So Nate is gonna walk us through his Perfect Predator game. Nate, the floor is all yours.
So this all started because of how, again, I'm going to try very hard not to spoil anything about Badlands. It's so new, but there are some things that like will be spoiler-ish, not really story-wise, but plot points and things that matter to building a game. Because Predator Badlands is one of the most video game-ass movies that's ever existed. There are things in this movie that definitely makes you realize that Dan Trachtenberg is a gamer and he has pulled things from many games, and it's too easy and lends itself too well to actually being a game that people would love. So starting off just top level, every Predator movie it's about the hunt. A lot of the time, most of the time, you see it from the perspective of who is being hunted, until Badlands, where you actually get to see the other side and humanize the predators and see like, oh, what is the hunt about? Why are they doing this? What is their code and their clans and all that hierarchy? So in a game, of course, it would make sense to be the predator.
Would you call it a reverse Home Alone?
God.
We've already gotten out of there. It's all good. I'm fine.
No, but it's a different reverse Home Alone. It's different kinds of reverse Home Alone. Sorry, I derailed it. Go ahead, Nate.
So my thoughts, it would lend itself perfectly to like a RPG / immersive sim. You do have those levels of
I'm buying
customization and like
You got Phil.
making the predator your own, and then setting it in a world where it's like you have to, like Prey that you see, you have to hunt your way up the food chain. I think there are so many mechanics that would just fit too well to not do,
Mm-hmm.
So I have a couple of good inspirations from other games to jump off of that I think you could start putting the pieces together and see where I'm going. So this would be something like a Far Cry or a Dying Light, or even as it is, the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe a little sprinkle of like Dishonored and the new Indiana Jones. I have some really good ideas with that because I think this will be a game that I would prefer to be first person, but with the Indiana Jones type way of like certain actions or events will pull you as a third. So you can see your customization and stuff, but still in the moment-to-moment gameplay, you're first person, you're immersed.
So are you dropping in to like you land on Earth? It's 1609 feudal Japan. You are Predator.
So
Are you this is who you're going for, or how does this work?
I would do a different planet and I would go in the future and not do Earth.
Okay.
My idea was that it would be a world similar to, but not identical to Badlands, again, minor spoiler, the thing in Badlands is that it's a planet that every single thing there is designed to kill you.
Nice.
So
It's
That's
the
in the
Predator
plot. That's in the plot summary. Like
Yeah,
I can read the
Yeah, yeah.
official approved one real quick. It says
do
deck
that.
is a Yaja runt from the Yaja Prime, who seeks approval from his father, clan leader Nyor. He vows to hunt the Kzzshkt, a seemingly unkillable apex predator on the death planet Jenna. Upon crash landing on Jenna, deck faces numerous environmental dangers from both flora and fauna.
yeah. So
Okay.
That's it.
a couple simple things. There's stuff like, oh, he comes to a grass field and then he starts to step into it and oh, it's razor grass.
Yeah.
And then other things, it's like, oh, there's a interesting looking flower plant and then it blooms and those blooms have spikes and they launch at you. So there would have to be the sense of like you're not only hunting and like getting stuff done, but also battling your environment and everything else there. Because they're like Predator 1, especially, that should have been a cakewalk. From his side and like the things that Predators can do, it really should have been quick work for him with all these guys. And I know a lot of it is him toying with them and stuff. So this, you would need something to kind of, again, gamify it and like hold you back in a way that like makes sense to the story. And with that, with the story is, I think it would work best, again, similar to Dex, but not exact, where it is a predator's first hunt. And it's something like it's your first hunt gone wrong. Where like, oh, this is your acceptance into the clan. Go hunt this whatever thing that like you and all your siblings have hunted before. It'll be fine. And then along the way goes wrong. Something else pops up.
Yeah. I think it might be for a little bit of backstory here. And again, this is like lightly grazing some of the lore that they touch on in Prey. The purpose, and correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, the purpose really of the high level purpose, again, I don't want to spoil too much. The high level purpose of these predators coming down to these planets is they're looking for the basically apex predator of whatever planet they're landing on, right? They're looking at someone who can, I mean, not best them, but come pretty damn close. Sometimes they get spoiler alert. Sometimes they get bested. But they're trying to find equals, essentially. Am I right there? Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're trying to get a trophy. That's all it is. It's a big game hunt.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
They're trying to get something that they bring back to their clan that's big enough and strong enough for them to be like, good job.
Yep,
It's just a galactic. It's a
good job.
Yeah,
Get
it's
a
a
gold
galactic
star.
pissing contest. Like that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very, very old school, like big game hunt stuff. It's very, it's like when you cut it down, but they've added so much to it that now Nate can chew on and play with for this game, which is cool. Before it was just like big thing, dead, good, like
Big alien, scary.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be, you're going after something that should be easy, and then bigger, badder thing comes in the way, and that's your end goal that you have to then work up to and get. And I think it would work best as a thing going wrong and being stranded, because no one wants a cop out of like, oh, my ship crashed, come get me, I'll try again next week. It would be, you actually have to battle the elements, and like Predator Badlands, use your environment against whatever you're hunting. And maybe your tools you brought in aren't enough, so you have to make more and all that. And then on the world, again, similar, not exact to Badlands, but I do think not Earth would be the best setting. And then maybe something that's like there is a human settlement there. So you do still have that element of there are humans.
Because I was going to say, how are we going to rip out people's spines? Like, very important. It has to be in every single. It has to be in everything.
Nearby human settlement on the planet is easy enough for me, and multiple biomes. I don't think we've ever, besides Killer of Killers, seen Predator in like snow and stuff. I think that would be really fun to play around in.
Now, maybe one of the interesting things that I found about the Predator games, Nate, or the movies, is that, which didn't really click for me until like the third film was that the predator always kind of places themselves within a space of conflict that's already going on between two parties. And I think that's always a central theme. Is that kind of like what you're looking at here?
Yeah, so like it could be something as simple as like you're coming to this planet again to kill the quote unquote easy thing, but then maybe that human settlement was bringing in something super dangerous that gets loose, and now that's your hunt. So
okay, so maybe, I mean, we talked about Avatar, right? That's basically what you do is you want to have like a militaristic people, because you don't want the humans to not be threats. You don't want them to just be so if you're going into the far future, we're on a planet. There's human settlements because they're trying to get unobtainium and they're attacking some Smurfs. That's what we're going with.
Right.
And the Smurfs are also dangerous and 7 to 12 feet tall, whatever, who can also be a threat. And then maybe that allows you in this sim, right? You get to hone yourself to either fight the apex predator of humans or whatever the natural residents of that planet are. Can kind of go two different ways, because you want the humans to be a threat, because it needs to be satisfying to rip their spines out. You don't want them to just be like, oh yeah, this is a peaceful village.
And game over.
Cool. Then another big one, mechanics. Very important. We already have predator hunting grounds, which is like as far as predator games goes, pretty good with like everything you can do and the tools they give you and how you move about. But I do think, especially with my desire for it to be first person, there has to be some changes. So I would want movement to be similar to like in the new Dying Light, in the beast mode. You get you still have your parkour and all that, but you're amped up, you're amplified. You can jump fucking 30 feet. You can do these large bigger attacks and stuff, all this bigger broody things that I think would lend itself really well to being Predator. Something that's like varied with like all the weapons that you get in a way that doesn't force you to use something specific as well. So like, yes, of course, the Predators always have their wrist blades, but that's not all they use. Throughout all the movies, you see them use such a plethora of weapons that I think that has to be a highlight, that you're not just shoulder cannon and wrist blades the whole way through.
Yeah.
How are we getting these weapons though? If things are going wrong and we are supposed to be hunting something very simple, I would imagine our kit would be very low. So it makes sense to be able to craft stuff, but like,
I think
I doubt a new
mechanic,
a new
or like
hunter.
you go back to your crashed ship and then you use scraps and stuff. Like, oh, now I can repair my spear or whatever.
Okay, because I'm just thinking, I know that like literally in Alien versus Predator, it's a big deal when one of them finds the fucking shoulder cannon. And I doubt they're sending a new like fresh predator to go out with a shoulder cannon. That's something you earn. So I'm like, how are we going to get to that point? Because crafting stuff, making spears, making all that stuff, that totally makes sense. But how are you going to upgrade your tech if you're just on a crash landed planet?
The tech part, that's something else I thought about, is a big part of Predator Badlands that we learn is every Predator does not have a invisibility cloak. They have to earn it. So in that earning, instead, because it's always after your big hunt, and this is a game that is going to be stranded on this planet, you don't really have a way to get back to your home to get that cloak. So my thought is there are predators called bad bloods, and those are predators that are they're like non-honorable and have kind of been extradited from the rest of them.
Exiled.
Exiled, and are like kind of doing their own thing and aren't accepted by the like greater tribes and stuff. So I would think maybe one of them shows up there, and then you have a Predator v Predator thing. If you manage to kill him, you get his cloak.
Yeah, PvP.
Could be a little PvP, could be story bit, anything. But yeah, I think that solves how do you get more Predator tech? It's like, bring another there that killing them isn't a bad thing.
So you're almost creating competition with another Predator at that point, or other Predators at that point.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know there was like this exiled crew of like kind of like rogue predators, essentially.
Yeah. So in the movie Predators, all three of the main ones in that movie, those are all bad bloods. they're like kind of just doing their own thing, which is a big part of the plot of why there's another normal one like strung up on an
Mhm.
obelisk. It's because they are, yes, technically they're the same species, but they are enemies. They don't see eye to eye, and one group is obviously way worse than the other, even though no predator is really like good.
Gotcha.
So for this game, are we? Yeah, you're viewing it as something that does have like a PvP element, or is it going to be strictly because that for game design purposes, you want to lock down like, is there going to be player versus player stuff, or is it just going to be like Far Cry, like Prey the game, like Dishonored and stuff like that, where you're not dealing with. I mean, you could take one from Phil's favorite game, Deathloop, where
I
you
was
just drop in a
literally just
predator.
going to say it. I would
Hell
go the
yeah.
Deathloop route, where it is the first time you fight one, it's AI and it is a scripted moment. But then after that, you have the option for like invasions, where it's like, oh, more can come after you now, and defeating them or the other player will get you rewards and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I like that idea of, because I mean, you're like from a customization standpoint, and I'm sure you'll get into it here, like you're kind of crafting your own version of a predator, and that kind of becomes interesting with that invasion system where you're dealing with other people's custom created predators. You know, these bad bloods or vile bloods. What are they called? Sorry, I'm
I
on
think
Bloodborne. Bloodborne. That's right. You know, I think that's kind of interesting because you're getting any kind of the level of difference in each invasion could vary drastically.
You come across someone that's like, oh, I just main the plasma cannon and a spear and come after you, and then others that are like, oh, I just hide in the trees with my little blades and I wait. And I feel like it could lend itself really well to having different predator play styles, especially again going after killer of killers. All of them vastly different, would have different play styles. So
yeah,
I think it could be really cool of like lean into that RPG element of be your predator. And with that is, cosmetics. Of course, throw in every cool ass mask you can, all the like under armor and different dread styles. It's one of those things that you look back over all of them through all the movies, they have some pretty big variants. Like it's relatively
that's what I was going to say.
They should.
You would want something similar to, I think it was Fable 2 or 3, based on your stat growth, your body changed. And I think
that'll be
based
really
off
cool.
of what trees you were doing, because there's some massive fucking predators, and then there's some that are like way smaller, and you're like, what the why is this guy so small? And like if you go like go watch Alien versus Predator, like there's 3 of them in there, and they are all completely different shapes and sizes, and they all deal with things in their own special way.
That was my favorite thing about Killer of Killers was, and granted, having it animated kind of lends itself to you going to some really crazy spaces from the violence aspect, action aspect, and also the characters. Is the predators that you see? There's many of them. The predators that you see in that, you can see like, oh, this is the sneaky guy. Oh, this is like the brutish guy. Like, oh, this is kind of like the all-purpose dude. These are the guards. This is the clan leader or whatever. Like, it's very cool to see the varying, builds and customization there too as well.
Yeah, so I think that would work so well. It's too easy of a layup,
Yeah,
and like you don't get that out of a lot of the other adjacent sci-fi genres like this. Like you don't get like the aliens in Star Wars all look the same. Like those are the same aliens, and there's like a really good variety. I mean, even like xenomorphs and stuff. Like, there is not a difference really between them. So you should lean into that for sure. Like let me buy the DLC pack that has dreads that are just spines.
I was just about to mention, speaking of DLC, again, it's too easy not to. It would be Alien.
Yeah.
Something happens, the derelict ship goes down in that human colony, maybe.
Yeah.
And then that outbreak starts. It writes itself. It's too easy.
I mean, that human colony, the first time you mentioned it, is like, oh yeah, that's just like a Weyland Yutani colony.
Yeah,
Like, that's
exactly.
all that is.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Nate. Who derails the mission? What derails the mission? Because we're going down, we're going down there for the humans, right? That's kind of the initial. Who's
think
derailing this whole
I think
thing?
the humans are the derail. I think it is predators have been coming to this whatever planet for years, and there is a specific creature that lives there and breeds there, and you're going to hunt that creature. On your way, then I would say maybe your ship gets shot down by the human settlement that is uncharted by the predators. They don't know that Weyland Yutani showed up and have maybe brought another big ass creature. So then you get there, get shot down, and then that becomes your hunt.
Yeah, that would make sense. They basically bring in an invasive species that kind of fucks up the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, the wrench in things is Weyland Yutani. Like that's just the whole overarching everything in Alien versus like the Alien and Predator franchise. It's just like Weyland Yutani, bad, fucks everything up. Like go watch Romulus. Horrible fucking living situation going on there.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the thing that we haven't talked about here, that ever since we kind of talked about the Predator thing that has been popping in my head, is this is a Nemesis system game, right?
You were right there. I was going for it.
Listen, if the license is available, send it.
It's gotta be.
Yeah,
that was my first. That was my first thought. I was like, okay, you can run a Nemesis system with these, because when you brought up Avatar, I'm thinking of these just kind of the bros with Gatling guns, right? Like you could that's the Nemesis system right there. You're working through these platoons, these military platoons or whatever. Because it doesn't even have to, I mean, you have the whole planet at your disposal. These could be multiple outposts that you're working with, you know, with a very like a different hierarchy. That was exactly what I thought, Phil.
Yeah. And then like Ubisoft game wise, like I think the later Assassin's Creed had like I think they're called like the Wandering Hecate or something in Odyssey or whatever. And those are your bad bloods. Like they are the really tough mercenaries, right? Like they are roaming out there. I can see this. It's all coming together.
Yeah. The Ubisoft games were definitely a big inspiration for this, like a Far Cry with the, going around hunting different animals, even if it's not like your main hunt. It's like, oh, well, I need more throwing knives. So I have to go kill this alien two-headed boar and skin it and make that. So yeah, I think those Ubisoft games are a good touchstone.
Now let me ask you this: is this a deck situation? Are we feeling bad for this predator? Are we sympathizing in some regard, or is this like we are hunting to hunt? We're on the hunt, dude.
I think it is. You're a run-of-the-mill nameless predator that you can make your own. That it isn't.
Yeah.
You don't have the family dynamic going on that they do in Badlands, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, something where it's like this should be cut and dry, easy. Every predator does this, and then it goes awry.
Yeah, I definitely I think there's room for like a sad story, but I kind of like the idea of just like, no, dude, we're just here with this pure bloodlust, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there like internal politics with the predators? Like, is there like a Dune situation here where like you're like the heir to your clan or whatever, and you're sent out there, and then you get ambushed by these mercenary bad bloods, and now you got to work your way up?
Not as much Dune, but definitely some more like kind of Native American like vibes and stuff to them with the whole tribe system and hierarchy they have. Yeah.
I just had a huge spark that could allow for other predators to be there a lot, like, and not just the bad blood ones. Basically, what if we had it so it's a planet that however often you send your fresh predators that have to prove themselves to that planet. So if all these different tribes are sending their predators there, and that's when the Weyland Yutani people show up and like fuck everything up. And so that's when you're all stranded. You get no support. You can maybe get support in the future by like you barely get a signal out. So that's how you get some stuff dropped in from stuff like that.
It's like it's all the tribes proving grounds is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that way
That
and
would
that
also-
way you have the other predators that might actually ally with you because like
Yeah,
the bad bloods
that would-
might
that would
not, right?
open up a good door for co-op
Mhm.
because we do
Yes.
see in multiple movies they hunt together too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, when Phil said the Dune thing and then sending somebody, I was like, wait, what if we sent like what if it
Yeah.
was a thing that happened? Because originally I thought like a very cool, very simple thing for a Predator game would just be a fucking Predator like battle royale Hunger Games thing. But then I was like, but wait, what if that actually was the situation? And it was
Yeah.
like the first person who
Bunch of-
kills
Yeah.
the fucking apex
Oh, I think I
thing
like that more.
is good, but Wayland Yutani shows up and fucks it all up, and
Mhm.
like tons of predators die, and there's like however many tribes you want it to be, and yeah, maybe there you get the fun situation where there's like a fucking runt predator that's like
Mhm.
not supposed to be there, but it's really smart, so he's fucking
Hey,
fixing your
guys.
tech kind of thing. You love
Yeah.
that stuff. You get those, then you can really make it like a story based thing. And
Mhm.
kind of expand on like
Mhm.
whatever world you want it to be. 'Cause
Yeah, and
then-
that's like your perfect setup for the Nemesis system, right? Like
Yep.
each
There
one of
you
those
go.
predators is like maybe down but not out, and they
Mhm.
come
There you
back. That runt is a beast at the end.
Yeah. Or he's your ally, one of the two.
Yeah, one or the other.
It's just come on, man. You're the immersive sim guy. You should know. He could be a friend too.
Oh, I'm already thinking about all the emails I'm going to read in this game.
I like the idea of the runt though being just like the numbers guy who's just like,
Yeah.
guys, we got to talk about these Q3 hunt reports.
He's the circle back guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
circle
circle back
back
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would
So-
help you with the like upgrading your tech, right? 'Cause,
Mhm.
like you can have a guy that helps you upgrade, like it's a fucking feral fucking bad blood guy that's like helping you build shit out of the environment, and then you have this person that's like, I don't want to fucking be here, but like I am here and you're much stronger than me, so I'm gonna build your tech and we're gonna get the fuck out of here and I'll go home with you, and then whatever kind of thing. Like situations like that would make for
Yeah.
a very interesting story.
Yeah.
I have a question about the weapon variety. I know we touched on it a little bit earlier. Nate, do you have like specifics in mind in terms of like the weapon variety? Was there like I know you kind of threw out the shoulder mounted rockets, but like I know like in my personal, I like those like expanding shields. I like there's like a cool like net thing that like crunches down on.
Yeah,
Bro,
so
what
that
were you
net
thinking
has
for
the
the?
coolest fucking thing
It's
in
so
the
sick.
Alien
So
Predator
dope.
movie.
Those
The
are my
Alien
two
versus
favorite.
Predator.
Yeah,
Oh
those are
my
my two
God,
favorite.
bro. You have to watch the Alien versus Predator movie. Now that I'm like, God
Yeah.
damn, this movie's
Yeah.
such a campy mess. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, and there's a really cool killer of killers moment with one of
I
those
believe
nets
it.
too.
I'm gonna
which is
watch
really
it. I'm
sick.
gonna watch it
Yeah.
tonight. I'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
My
Yes.
personal fave is the killer of killers, the spear that then
Oh yeah.
Oh, that extends. Yeah.
Yes.
Really, really rad. Yeah.
That's been
real-
another
real
movies,
dumb,
'cause
but I love
know
that.
that thing. Yeah.
What'd you say, Eric?
I think I've seen that. Like that sounds
Okay.
familiar. Like that's not unique to that.
Okay.
But
I
yeah, dude,
think
that-
in the
So dumb.
second Alien versus Predator, there's one.
yeah, that one,
I
that
think so.
movie sucks, but it's so brutal. Like the stuff
it's
they
got-
do.
It's got some cool fights. Like
Yeah.
the story, atrocious, but
Yeah, they went from like a trained team of people that are going in the Arctic to, oh, we're just some high school students. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
yeah.
There's no shot, bro. There's no shot that any of this happens. Yeah,
But yeah, my idea for items, it would be if it's in a movie, throw it in the game.
It's
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there like immersive sim like customization to that? Like am I slotting cool options onto my spear? Like can I
Yeah, why not?
the like
Oh.
pop out thing like an additional
Yeah.
perk I throw on it?
Yeah, you could do the pop out thing or one where it's like, oh, it returns to you. Or
Mhm.
maybe like, oh, you add this charm or whatever thing to it. It's now poison. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot you could do. Every weapon has some kind of variant to it. And
Okay.
That
but-
also leaves the branching path of like, what are you hunting? Are you hunting? Do you feel like taking down the humans or taking down like
Mhm.
whatever?
Mhm.
Because then you can have different upgrade paths, kind of thing. And it, in true immersive sim fashion, you could play both sides, kind of thing, if you do it well enough and get both. Like that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, my head goes to Borderlands has a really cool system where you have your 4 kind of classes And then each of those classes has 3 kind of trees that you can work with. And then within those trees, you have like 2 branching paths that meet at a place and then 2 branching paths that meet at a place. So it's like you kind of have like 15 or 20 different combinations that you can kind of,
and you're limited, right? In Borderlands, you can only
Yeah.
do 2 trees of the 3.
Correct.
typically.
You can only do 2 of the 3.
Yeah, so I think that's a cool limitation of like you can't have everything.
Yeah.
Which would be very interesting.
Yeah, and then in order to like deploy your cool shoulder-mounted rocket, you got to do the Predator thing where they're like tippy tapping on their little armband. And
Oh,
it's
fucking
just
Helldivers.
Helldivers.
Yeah, bro. Hell yes. That's
And then, of
perfect.
course, you've got to have something in there that's like, oh, you're gonna die. Set off your self-destruct.
Yeah.
Get as many as you can. It's like this predator's done, but like, see how many you can take out.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like
would be
that.
cool.
I mean,
be
that would
cool.
also be like back to the idea that this is a ritual hunting ground. Like your predator dies, but you move to another one. Like you like get a new random starting location or something. And
Yeah, I
some,
don't want to
like,
be hit with a game over screen.
Yeah.
You definitely this definitely screams for like what the Prey DLC Moon Crash, like it screams for a roguelike as well. Like in the future in a much more compact, because this story that we're building here without ever actually talking about what the fuck the story is, the possibilities of a story are exciting to me, but also the fact that this could be an easily like dope roguelite. That is just like cut and dry, like no PvP, no nothing. It's just like fucking kill the thing at the end and good luck. Like that does also sound very cool.
I mean, that is the story though, right? Like that is kind of the beauty of the Predator stuff, is that there's not like it's not all this stuff going back. Like we're not like having debates about what we feel about things or dialogue, really. It's just mostly about doing murder.
Well, if you watch Badlands, there's quite a bit of dialogue.
That's fair. There's a chatty android in that.
I think what struck me as interesting is, and not to derail it too much, but fuck it, I'm gonna derail it. What interested me across now, all having seen these 4 films, is that the Predator always shows up in a place of conflict. There's always some type of conflict between 2 parties. And it clicked for me finally that the Predator does spend the first hour of every movie kind of, with the exception of maybe Killer of Killers, it's segmented a little differently, but like you kind of see how it's just watching, it's just observing for a very long time. Exactly.
Hunting.
But again, without getting into too many spoilers, I think what these newer Predator films do is they offer you a flip side perspective, where a lot of this conflict kind of just comes down to the idea of fear creating conflict, right? This is not good versus evil, because it blurs those lines very, very, very like vaguely as you start moving into these later films, where you see how the Predators operate and how these tribes operate, and it's so much harder to go big alien bad, right? I think they operate in a level that's scary as fuck, but you can kind of see how it's this dog eat dog world that these people, that these aliens live towards, where it's just pure survival, even down to the hunting process, which is like, no, if I don't do this, like I'm dead. Like there's no survival for me back home unless I walk away with this trophy. You know what I mean? And I think that is the dialogue that isn't happening, is the interesting dialogue around Predator.
Yeah,
and also coming down to, you know, going to Killer of Killers, which is if everyone's beefing, everyone loses. And I think that it's very much an analysis of like, you know, and maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too deep, but it very much was like Eric popped out. It very much was like what's the word I'm looking for? If we can't sort any of this out, we all lose. Unless we figure it out together, you know what I mean? And I think that's a really crucial part of these games. Our boy dropped out. Let me see if I can find him.
He moved his mouse, and then the computer destroyed itself.
As it should, yeah.
As it should. One ought not use the computer. No, I think that is like the killers thing, especially at the end there about the coming together to defeat the larger menace. I think is that ends up being where we go. Like talking about the Nemesis system and talking about like, all of these shaky alliances with other predators there who are maybe new, just like you, or like old storied ones who are outside of the clan system now. Like that feels like where it goes. Like maybe the person you end up killing here is like the apex predator on this planet, and then like secret third act is whoever set you all up to be like the killers of each other.
Yeah. No, I love that. That is a great idea.
Yeah, you're kind of like creating that. You are almost setting up the end game villain at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nate, the other thing that are we looking at like a through line like campaign, or is this just like one giant open world that we're exploring? Is it kind of a mission based structure? I get the vibe. It's more of an open world.
So like how the Far Cry games do it, where it's like, yes, from the jump after those first tutorial missions, technically it's completely open world, go wherever. But the missions throughout the game are going to direct you to these specific areas that maybe have other spots that you can't access until a certain story beat. But overall, yeah, open world, go wherever you want to hunt whatever you want. And then the story will bring you on a path through that world.
Yeah, it almost feels like, just based on some of the predator abilities I've seen in other stuff, it feels very like not full Metroidvania, but like very loose Metroidvania stuff. Like I'm thinking of the like ninja grappling hook thing, like the wrist chain that shoots out. Like that feels like, hey, there's a really like wide ravine that you need to get across to like get to this other zone. Like try this, or like you need to be able to cloak to get past this like particular place or something.
Yeah, no, that would work really well. The certain tools that are locked behind story beats that then allow you to move on and open up the world even more. Yeah.
Yeah, the last thing here that I'm thinking about that I think is like pretty unique to Predator and like comes up constantly because it is so cool about how they function is being able to see by heat. And I
that would be a very big part.
And like you're talking about doing a snow level or like doing a part of a biome that's in snow, and like I wonder if there is a different kind of like is that like the final place that you have to go to or something, like, or you go to the bottom of the human colony and there's like a cryogenics place,
so
where like you have to be pulled out or something.
Sorry, Phil, have you seen Predator 2?
A long damn time ago. That's the one in LA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in that one, they show that, they don't just see in thermal vision. They have a wide array of other,
Yes.
of other filters and stuff. So I would think, depending on the environment you're in, maybe some are, more useful than others.
I like that. That's real like Splinter Cell shit right there. Like, let me hit over on the D-pad and get thermal or night vision or something.
Look at thermal in this bitch, dude.
Yeah. I'm always saying this.
Oh, that's your classic line, dude.
Yeah.
You always say that, dude. Everyone
Put it
knows
on a
that's
shirt.
your line. Yeah. I guess my question is if Nate Co is not making this game, if Heroic Headgear ENT is not making this game.
Listen, if I won the lottery, there would be signs.
Who's making this game? Who's developing this game?
As much as I hate to say it, it might be a Ubisoft thing, that or like Techland, because I do think there's a lot of things done in Dying Light that would carry over very easily.
Phil.
Oh, you go. Yeah, you go,
Phil. Phil knows things.
Let me pitch you on this.
Yeah.
So I need to check out where this actually is, but you mentioned Dishonored earlier.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
And I think this is like 1000% an Arcane Leon game.
Yep.
It's like bigger than most things that they do, but they're currently doing Blade.
I was going to say
Blade.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was Arcane Austin that got shut down, right?
Yeah.
They did
Austin was
Redfall.
Right.
Yeah, big time.
But Arcane Leon is doing Marvel's Blade right now, and I don't know how that's going, but everything that I've seen makes that look like very much the game that you are talking about, but in an urban setting. And if you just like make it bigger, like I think they'd fucking crush it. Like their mobility
Arcane was my
stuff is
first
so
thought
good.
too.
It's
Because
just
they also did Deathloop.
And Prey.
yeah, yeah. It's just they've also never done like a true open world, you know?
No, yeah. No, you're totally right.
I would argue that the mechanics of like a Deathloop, I mean, it's not open world, but it's
open zone.
It's open
whatever they call
path.
that.
Like
Yeah.
it's very kind of Deathloop is such a beast of its own. Like, but I think it could present itself in a really interesting way. Plus, like again, having been on this Killer of Killers train, the art style and animation in that film, I think, lends itself really well to an Arcane style, Dishonored style look. You know what I mean? Where it's like that super lightly cell shaded animation style. I think would look really, really sick.
Yeah.
I think would look really cool. I'll throw out. It kind of throws out. Eric had mentioned like the roguelite kind of alternative to this idea. I'll throw this one out too there because you know your boy's on that Hades train. I think it would be fun, like a roguelite. You're kind of going through these like different zones, and because we're crafting these weapons at a whim, right? I think that would be kind of an interesting system as well. Let's go through like these different zones, and we're roguelite making our way through different weapon mechanics, different buff mechanics, different items and equipment. I think that would be really fun too. Throws out half the mechanics you presented, but
I'll pick one that
really
was
good. Yeah.
I'll pick one that's different. This like just popped in my head when we were talking about I don't even know what I missed when my whole fucking computer just decided to die for the first time. But when we were talking about the snowy stuff, for whatever reason, what ran through my head is like one of the most like legendary, infamous openings to a game that some people hated so much, which was Red Dead Redemption 2's opening. And I was like, give this to Rockstar. Let them have some fun. Let's just see how gross that would be.
We wouldn't see it till 2050.
But it would be fucking good. It would be good. Probably.
Predator Online.
Honestly, I don't even like Rockstar that much, but I wanted to pick something different. My choice was Arcane Studios as well.
I think Nate, when you mentioned Ubisoft too, I know I'm in the wild minority here. As the resident Assassin's Creed 3 lover, I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed 3. I know, but that has a lot of really cool like snowy stalking mechanics that you're.
Well, you go back to 2008 and you go get those people from Ubisoft Studios to make the game.
Yeah, because they don't
Not
exist
the
anymore.
current ones.
They don't exist anymore.
Gamers, I just put something together that I don't know how I completely forgot about.
Oh
Ghost
my God, Brain
Recon
Blast.
Wildlands had a Predator mission.
Yep.
Yeah. I had all the cosmetics from that, and I don't know how I blocked that out.
Yep.
Which I think lends
about
itself
that game.
even more. The team that does Ghost Recon could, if they push it to first person and keep their like world building that they have in those games, it could be really good too.
There was a first person mode in that game. You could do it. It wasn't
It's-
great, but you could.
Yeah, it's like a push to
Afterthought.
first when you do ADS and stuff. It's not like
Yeah.
permanently first, but yeah.
Yeah. My like random pitch when we were first talking about this, and I'm very happy we went a different way, but especially like ripe off of my Killer of Killers watch. The one game that I was thinking of is, what if it was made by the Silent Hill F team, and you played a soldier in World War One, and it was just a World War One shooter.
But there's a Predator just out there.
Yeah,
I kind of love that too. Yeah.
And then it's just a horror game in the second. Like no,
I was like, that's a straight up horror game, dude.
Yeah, they fucking frog fractions it. Like you have no idea what this game is. It's like, oh, it's Battlefield 1 again, comma. And then
It's a
there's
great
the fucking
title.
Predator. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, well, kind of like Prey, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you went into that movie blind,
Yeah.
there was
have
nothing
no
that gave
idea.
away that it was Predator.
Yeah.
I would like that.
I would too.
That would be dope as hell.
Get the Silent
That's
Hill team in
sick,
there.
dude. Just stealth drop a Predator horror game.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
Yeah,
that's
That'd be
dope,
great.
dude. I like that idea.
we deserve
very
it.
different vibe.
Very different. Very different. Nate, anything else you want to add to your perfect Predator game before we put a pin in it there?
I think that was it. It's that thing that, like, as much as I love building this out and thinking about it, I don't know if it'll ever happen unless maybe these movies really start to take off. But for now, I guess we have the old Alien versus Predator games that are pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the most recent Predator game that's like
Hunting
hit
Grounds.
the market? And when did that come out?
Ooh,
2020, I think.
2018?
It was
so
not
it's
that
not-
long ago. But
Yeah.
that's an asymmetrical multiplayer game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've
People are
I've
still
played a
playing
fair
that
bit.
pretty religiously, right?
Yeah, I mean, like all those asymmetrical games, there's only so many times you can run through
Do
it
it,
before
yeah.
you're like, okay.
Oh,
I've
it's
done this.
Illophonic. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was 2020.
Well, guys, I think that that was a great exploration into. I think that's a hell of a game you got on your hands there. Nate.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
a,
play
Still
that.
good.
I'd
would
play
play
the
that,
fuck out of that game. I would play the hell out of that game. Guys, I think we will put a pin in it there. That was a really fun time. Nate, excellent job, dude. I think that you built a really, really cool game there.
Dan
But-
Trachtenberg, please, I'm begging you. Please.
Call him.
He is a
but-
gamer. He directed a short Portal film back in
Yeah.
2012.
Oh,
so-
that's right.
hmm
That's right. Well, yeah.
You
So if
gotta be a
anyone's gonna
capital
figure it
G
out
gamer to be making a fucking Portal movie of all
Portal
things.
movie.
Yeah.
on your own dime.
Yeah.
Before we head out of here, guys, I always like to go around the horn and see what we're up to, what we got in the pipeline before we go. Nate, since this was your baby, man, we'll start with you. What do you got coming up? What are you working on?
I have started on the first helmet of 2026 for the 12 helmet giveaway once a month. And I am happy to announce it is.
Is this
Here we
what I
go,
think
here
it
we
is? Yes.
Yeah. It is the Doom Eternal Doomslayer helmet. And I'm still deciding because I did play and sorry, not Eternal, Dark Ages. I just played Dark Ages not that long ago. So I'm still going to make this the helmets the giveaway, but we might do 2016 because it's been a while since I played that one.
Yes.
Do it in VR.
Rip and tear
I
intensifies.
will throw up so fast.
It's rough. I have it in VR. It is rough. It's
Awesome,
cool.
awesome. Phil, what about you? What are you up to? Where can people find you?
You can find me at 70percentcomplete.com. It is a website where I am posting blog posts. It is a slow time at the IRL office. And so your boy is out blogging. I also have an article up about a review of Dustpunk, one of my, we'll say, top 10 favorite games of 2025. That game rips. Go read the review. And then hopefully Game Awards is next week, right?
Yeah.
When this drops, it'll be the 11th is the Game Awards.
Okay. We'll see. I'm trying real hard to get that Avowed video out in time for the Game Awards. But the things are hard. Takes
It's going to be
time.
worth it.
Yeah.
Content's
But yeah,
hard.
That's
And
what
Avowed
I'm
is
up
good.
to.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. Eric, what about you?
I mean, short game, long talk stuff is coming out. We're going to have two monster in 1 month. Will be about 8 hours of content between 2 episodes, I think. It's going to be quite a beast to edit. And then also I'm streaming on Mondays. That's the only time I know for sure. Winter time is weird. I'm going to be gone for like a week and a half pretty soon, and I'll be away from my setup and everything. So I don't know. Just just look up Mr. the Human. I'm all over the place. Join the Discord. Come talk to us. Go read Phil's stuff. It's fun. And then randomly things will just pop off in there for no reason. I don't know why. Literally, there is never a single semblance of reason why something starts a conversation in that Discord, and I love it so much because I'm just like, oh yeah, somebody posted in the movie Discord, and then it's just like
Goes on for
I'm like,
days.
oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Cool.
the Wild
Great.
West
Love
out there.
Yeah. Come join. It's fun. That honestly, if you want to support me, just come to join the Discord. That's my favorite thing is when people join.
Yes, absolutely. And if you don't know me, my name is Gianni. You can find me over on Twitch. You can find me over on YouTube. You can find me over on TikTok. You can find me over on Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads. You can find me everywhere you're at. I'm there as well. On the day that this is dropping, tomorrow, I will be dropping a little bit of content, a little bit less than I anticipated, but some content on this embargoed game that I've been reviewing, which is Romancing Saga, Minstrel Song Remastered International,
shit.
which is a director's cut of a remaster of a remake of a game from the 1990s. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be dropping on my channel, youtube.com/Gianni Di Crosta. That'll be on the 5th. That'll be Friday the 5th. So tomorrow when this is dropping. Also, I have just completed my full playthrough of Bloodborne, and
I was there.
Eric was there pretty much the whole time. He rewatched the whole thing. Second playthrough of Bloodborne, first playthrough of the Old Hunters DLC. It was a hell of a ride. On Monday, the 9th, I think it is. Monday the 8th. So this coming Monday, we will be watching all of the Bloodborne lore summarization over on YouTube. We're gonna take a break from pro gaming. You know, your boy's a pro gamer, you know what I mean? I'm not, I'm kidding. But we will be watching a full lore breakdown over on YouTube. Bring your coffee, bring your whiskey, bring whatever you feel like bringing, and we're all gonna hang out and watch.
My guy.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And also starting my first time playing through Dark Souls 1. We're going back. We're going back to where it all began, somewhat, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
So make sure you come check that out on Twitch Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, it has been a fun. Nate, thank you so much for bringing this idea to the show. And thank you for introducing this franchise to me, because like I said, I went from zero to hero real quick. I absolutely adore this franchise. So thank you so much. And thank you for running the show today. I appreciate
Hell
you.
yeah.
Guys, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Bye.